go ahead and pull the drones you're gonna be taking with you out of that mess. I think the only thing that you'd have to leave behind is one of your medium drones, the ones that are like big dog size to human size. I think you have two of those, and you can take one with you that's not flying.
Okay, so I can take all the smaller ones, huh? Like the GMC Chariot.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what a GMC Chariot size is supposed to be. What is the size? What is the body on that?
Yeah, good question. I know that the mediums are like a dog size, either small, like you said, small to medium size.
Well, no, with the actual body listed as being, I'm checking the sizes.
Oh, okay, hold on, I'll find it on my sheet. It has a body of 2.
Yeah, from the size of a toaster to a large dog. So you can take one non-flying medium drone. Anything else will fit, give or take. Unless you have, like, more than 5 small drones. And I'm pretty sure you don't.
No, most of the ones I just put there are micro, or I think the only small one there is the Optic X, and can't remember. Man, that's a flying one anyway. He's actually going to put off, like, all right, do we think we need more attack, or do we think we need a medical drone? Because I think the order was medium, might be small.
I'm pretty sure it's at least a medium.
It is. So yeah. So it's either I bring the Doberman or the Evo Orderly. That's pretty much what I'll ask the group.
Well, I've got a medical system built into my suit, so my preference would be for the Doberman. Plus, I feel a little in need of firepower. Your call.
All right, he'll go with that. That's fine. He's he's a little wary, but he's thinking he can hang back anyway and have the drones do the fighting. Does Truthsayer give any shits?
In on it. You're the wheelman, you're the rigger who knows your drones best, and you can make the tactical decision like Truthsayer does with his shit.
Yeah, well, I was just asking if basically what he was asking is, do you think we'll need more for a frontal assault, or do you think maybe we'll have to revive the girl if she's been beaten and that type of thing?
Revive the girl. We have other means by which to do that. I would rather ensure that we have the firepower required to punch a shapeshifter.
Alrighty, Doberman it is. Alright, those are the drones I'm bringing.
Okay, well, where you are is basically where you show up. What you're looking at is an old self-storage. Was for cars, apparently at some point bigger trucks, maybe boats. The storage lockers are big. The place is in relatively decent repair. It didn't fall. It's hasn't been eaten by time or anything too badly. It's not coated in toxic sludge. The background count's stable at about 1. There's no real indication of anyone coming or going. And the gate, even from where you are, you can see that it's open and clearly rusted in that position.
Do you want to send one of your spy drones ahead, or do you want me to take point?
I'll send the Kanmushi unless you think you can do better.
Oh.
All right, I'll send the Kanmushi then. So,
as for me scouting is dead off. I'm pretty sure, and Sean can correct me on this, I know my character would know, dual-natured beings have, like, perpetual astral perception in addition to their physical one, right? Like, they see both layers at once? Yeah. Improved invisibility would not save me from that. He'd catch me dead on. True Slayer, not volunteering to go first.
Unless you have, I think, a couple of very specific metamagic feats, there's really no way you can hide from him. So go ahead and move your thing as you wish.
I guess I'll just, before I shift to astral perception, because that's what my character wants to use so he can spot this thing easier, I guess he'll just observe in detail this exterior to maybe there's like those goddamn fiber optic cable cameras, maybe there's specific cameras, or, those machine gun drones on the exterior of the building, like, say, back here or something. And again, I wore my eyes out earlier.
Well, you notice no fiber optic cables, no cameras at all, no nothing really. No, there is a spot where a camera used to be. It's been ripped down and the cores are ripped out, and the casing itself was then ripped off, and there's kind of just sort of a gaping thing in the wall where someone hasn't decided to rip down the wall.
Sarah will say, looks like whatever cameras used to be here have been ripped out long ago. I'm gonna shift to my other site, and Trusair's going to clench his teeth and activate his astral perception, and in the back of his head go, never take another cakewalk, never take another cakewalk, no more milk runs, not even for 20,000.
Twitch is going to activate the chameleon suit, just to be safe, and start trying to pick out the sound of breathing using the built-in microphone on the implanted comlink, which has audio enhancement 3 and select sound filter 3.
Well, the select filtering sound is good for picking out individual sounds, but it doesn't really help you to find things. It just sort of, once you found it, you can focus on it.
Fair enough. I was hoping to use it to kind of pick out the sounds of breathing. Not necessarily where they are, just them, but it doesn't work that way.
You could
Gotcha.
isolate, like, Truth Sayer's breathing or Coyote's breathing, but breathing in general is, it just won't focus on it. It won't know what to focus on.
I gotcha.
all right. Did we decide to send in the drone? I'll roll it.
I think so.
And it has chameleon coding active as well.
So go ahead and move it where you want it to be. And then where you can see.
For future reference, I can actually do much better than that.
What, infiltration? Yeah, I'm sure. And he's got a response issue. So let me highlight that. Yeah, it's still 3 successes, but I think it should only have 4 dice because it has response down to 2.
all of this is just a solid wall.
Oh, I can't see through here. I was trying to find the hole in the wall that you were mentioning to put this through.
That's the gate right there. You can also go over any of this wall, any of the area that's not blacked out, any of the wall like here, I think is not blacked out, is you can go over that wall.
I can't see I can't see it to move it now, but that's where it is. But yeah, the major thing about the Kenmushi is it's a micro drone, so I think it gets like a -6 to be seen, and then the Chameleon's another -4. So it's just really hard to see to begin with. So
I got you. Yeah, all I've got going for me on that front is the chameleon coating.
There, now you should be able to see what it's seeing.
Yeah, I do. Well, assuming, I'm going to pipe the camera into everyone else, so I assume that they're seeing what I'm seeing, and if not, I can describe it.
There's a door right about here. And here, you may be able to click on them. They're just normal looking doors. Nothing really distinctive about them. They're heavy metal. All of this place is like metal doors. The garage style doors here, and like all down this wall here are all very solid looking, if old, or they're rusted. Some of them probably don't work, but the majority of them look like they'd work if someone was to use them. There's nothing looks like to hide from here. It's just empty.
Is there, are there any gaps in the walls or anything like that?
Nope,
that,
the walls
the drone might
are...
be able to fit through?
As far as you can see, the walls are solid. There's no gaps in them. There's no breaks. There's no areas to go through. It looks like a couple of spots were actually repaired.
Can I find any radio traffic using the Kenmushi has a thing on it.
Go ahead and roll its thing.
Yeah, radio signal scanner rating 6. I think that'd be 8 dice, along with its rating, its response reduced rating. I just use the same one because it's the same dice pool for capturing and for scanning, I think.
I'd have to look that up. That said, I don't think you'd lose more than a couple of dice, no matter which way you determine what you actually can roll with that. I forget the rules on that one. You can pick up what you were told is the girl's comm link. You can't pick up any other signal. And with the girl's comm link, it's within 50 meters. Let me go see if I can jot that down for you. She's somewhere in the northeast section. Top right section of the somewhere over here-ish.
Gotcha. All right, I will relay the information to the rest of them and ask, how do you want to do this? We kind of know where she's located. or at least her extra comm link, which I'm presuming is internal.
Say, we go in fast. The only chance I think we have of surprising this creature is surprise due to its arrogance and hubris. Although it's going to always be on its toes considering how many interested parties there are in for this girl and her formula or what have you. There might be some drones in there like what we saw in the meeting location for the other Johnson. Those were gone whenever I went in there that time. So they might have been packed in, brought here. And of course, even if it doesn't have any other security, it itself is going to be a dangerous foe.
We also don't know what wing of this building it's in.
Now, here's a thought. We have the number for her comm link. Might it not be a decent idea to contact the girl directly and see what she sees? Because if what you say is correct, Truthsayer, she was afraid as crap of this guy. So even if she's not crazy about us, we might be the lesser of two evils for her.
I'm not sure whether it's internal, as the information we received were that it was just well-hidden comlink, and they had to have tagged it somehow. I assume with that in mind as well, she might not handle our information that well. We can't trust her. She could be a liability, and she could tip our hand to it. We don't know how far along into the interrogation process she's been through.
Cody will nod in agreement. All right. So we just do this fast and hard then, I guess?
Might have is surprise. I'm keeping my eyes on my on the astral world so that it can't, at least I hope, catch us by surprise, no matter what it's doing. But you guys will have to keep your eyes out for anything unalive, like drones.
Right. I might sneeze here, but can Mushi find any cracks that you said it was all patched, so maybe not, but any cracks that it can get through, like under the door or anything like that?
Nope, there's no cracks like that.
All right. All right, then. I say that we line up and we go through this door to the right that seems to be closest to where her comm signal is, and at least, try to take control of that area to begin with, unless there's an objection.
Makes sense to me, says Twitch, pulling out her big, heavy pistol.
With that, Coyote will send his drones up, ready to go in. He's not sure how the doors are being opened yet, but he figures as soon as they are, they'll rush in. All the ones with guns, anyway.
Hey, Truthsayer. Does electricity work on shapeshifters?
I don't see why it wouldn't. It may have more internal resistances to damage. I am not sure of this creature's specific resistances and vulnerabilities. There's some who are weak to silver, but there's just as many who are weak to all sorts of other curious materials. I would say, though, that electricity would be better for you than a standard round. Unless it's... And then Truthsayer shakes his head. I've never heard of one that's outright immune to electricity. If there is, that's... I'm going to wish you didn't make that discovery.
Same here.
With that, Cody will say, good thought, and he'll eject his clip and insert a clip of his stick and shock.
The SMG drawn with my normal rounds, just in case he's immune to electricity.
Maybe he has a weakness to lead.
Mine and, saffron and incense. All of my bullets are dipped in saffron and incense. So, hopefully that works.
Man, you must spend a ton on saffron. But hey, I mean, a mage got to do what a mage got to do. Am I right?
You know how I do. You know how it is. On the streets.
All right, then I guess Twitch will let the drones take point, but will take the lead among the metahumans. Because, you know, Twitch is the gun thug here.
Just for the declaration, you can assume that until we get into a combat situation, Sean, I'm using a free action to put my counterspelling dice on Twitch as well as myself. On the off chance something requires my counterspelling.
Okay, give me just 1 second to do a few little calculations.
Actually, since the action's about to start, I'm gonna go get my dinner sorted.
Sounds good. I need a break as well. I'll be right back. While the DM is throwing dice out his
that'll be a good place to take a 5-minute break at least.
What happened now?
Woo! That's what happened, Crimson.
Okay, just figured I'd double check. You know, you never know.
Never know if you don't grow, but you're growing, Crimson. You're always growing.
Well, yeah, and I'm feeling most of my 37 years today. I'll tell you that. It has been a rough day for me.
You old bastard. Crimson, how could you play tabletop games? That's not an adult thing to do. What are you doing?
I blame having no free time in my 20s, so I'm having them now. I've kind of reversed it. That's what happened.
Crimson, you don't sound 37. You sound timeless, forever young.
Seriously, you don't sound 37.
What's that now?
You really don't sound 37.
Oh, I'm sure not. Even when I was like 29, I was still getting carded at ABC stores. I'd be in a suit and tie, and they'd be like, "Really?" I'm like, "Really?" I guarantee you.
I mean, you showed off your Facebook profile on like the VTM stream. We've all been able to see how young and youthful you are.
Yeah, well, that's before. I mean, I have a full-grown beard now, so it's a little different. But yeah, you can see. You can definitely see what I look like if you have that link still.
I mean, especially if you're going for the whole, you know, you're having your 20 free time now, you know, you're from your 20s, then you're definitely reimbursing it. You know, all you need to do now is carry around a Dixie cup and have it like half full of beer all the time, and you'll be good, man.
There you go. Well, I'm drinking my beer right now. So there you go. My Torpedo Extra IPA, because you know you can never have too much IPA.
I'm looking at my tall glass of 1%, you know, milk here, and I'm going, ha.
Hey, it could be worse. I could be drinking bourbon. It's basically beer and bourbon for me.
Another sign that you're still living out your 20s.
No, it's actually a sign I live in Western North Carolina. Asheville is like one of the has some of the most microbrews. I think it's the most in the Southeast, but only Seattle has more as a region, I think. But no, I mean a lot of the sound, and I've heard the playback on YouTube of what my voice sounds like, and it's definitely like an octave higher than it is. And I just think it's my mic. It's a cheap as crap mic. I rarely use it except for Skype and for playing online games and stuff.
That's a thing. Certainly, this Blue Yeti microphone I have makes my voice sound a hell of a lot more powerful, and it also gives me well, I actually think it does a really good job of broadcasting my deep bass. I have, and I still have, is that I keep forgetting A, how powerful it is, and B, how it's not a constant thing. Like, sometimes I'll lean in over my keyboard and stare intently at the monitor while talking, and I don't keep in mind how much more powerful that makes my voice, as opposed to me stretching back in my chair and cracking my back. And then I listen to a playback later, and I go, what the fuck? God damn. Stop leaning forward so much, Grimith. You're too powerful.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that I probably am a good 4 feet from the microphone at any given time, so I kind of have to raise my voice a little bit. So it's I think that raises it up a little bit too.
Yeah, my microphone's located inside of my beard.
Explains why sometimes we get an earful of nothing but you breathing.
Well, when I don't put it there, I just end up way too low. If I don't have it there, it's just... It for some reason, it seems to sort out anything that's, like, beyond a foot very well. Which benefits and downsides. Also, whenever you get a chance, roll willpower plus counterspelling. Your counterspelling's also on Twitch, right?
Didn't actually know Coyote was moving up with us, but if he actually was moving, if he's actually standing right there, then I would have put it on him too. I thought he was staying back. I'll go ahead and roll my willpower plus counterspelling, though. That's 5 plus 4 dice, so 9.
I might be through the door last, but I'm definitely going to come through at some point.
I didn't critically glitch like that super counterspelling bitch did, but you know, I'm gonna spend my last point of edge there to re-roll all of my failed dice.
At least you did average that time.
I think I'm the only one who's going to be rolling willpower plus counterspelling. You guys will have the benefit of my counterspelling dice, and I don't exactly know which dice those were. They might be the last 4 instead of the first 5. But I only roll counterspelling once by the rules, and everyone else rolls their willpower separately and adds in my counterspelling dice, my result.
Is that how that's supposed to work? If so, then it's whatever's the last dice of yours is the ones that get are the counterspelling.
1 hit came from my own willpower, and the second 2 hits came from my counterspelling. So the others would have anyone who's protected by my counterspelling would have 2 hits to go along with their willpower. I think Sean was referring to just me, though, Gripson. With the roll there.
Oh, do I get to roll willpower?
Yeah, everyone roll their willpower.